All right, this time not only do we have a custom knife, but we have a prototype knife. And this is from Ian over at CMF Metalworks. This actually comes from my buddy Joseph, who is the owner, and bought this back in, I don't know if he was the original owner, but this was made back in 2018 when Ian used to be in Arizona. Now he is over in Pennsylvania. I think this one is pretty freaking cool. Okay. This is more of a plain Jane with a little bit of splash on the pocket clip and backspacer. Black Damascus on both. The rest, pretty just basic user workhorse style with a bronze titanium scales, bronze ano, and a very dark stonewash finish on that Tonto blade. What I think is very cool is this kind of cutout swedge on the scale. It really gives it that bright, vibrant bronze color on both sides, and it is super comfortable in the hand. This detracts nothing from the knife. The Black Damascus is very nice because it adds a little pop of color, but it is very much truly an Ian design. The blade, I don't know if you get much better than that for me. This is really right up my alley. The finishing is great, as far as just a standard mono steel blade. Of course, I think we all like, at least I can speak for myself, I love a Damascus blade, Sanmai, some Damasteel, but a lot of my daily use knives are monosteel construction. This one is CTS XHP, and this is truly my favorite finish. This is going to not ignore scratches, but mask them pretty well for a knife that gets used. This is really ideal. This thing runs great. It is on bearings. Almost a little bit too drop shut for me. I might, if it were mine, just tweak the pivot ever so slightly and tune that a little bit slower. But that's just me. It's always very personal taste on that sort of a thing. This feels really good in the hand. It has a great finger choil. Has a compound grind blade, so you have a hollow grind here with a flat grind up here at the tip. Incredibly thin behind the edge. 0.004 behind the edge on the hollow grind, and 0.007 on the flat grind. So that's crazy thin. This is going to get a lot of work done. That recurve blade is going to make it great for just processing cardboard and boxes and things like that. I am also of the mindset to use the right tool for the right job. And if your job is breaking down cardboard all day in a warehouse, a pocket knife is not the right tool necessarily. A utility knife is really going to serve you better. We can't even mix words about that. The right tool for the right job is always going to get things done best. And if your job is to cut all day long, you might want a utility knife for that with a razor blade in there and things like that. But for most of us that are carrying a knife because we may have to cut something here or there, something like this is fantastic because the recurve really is going to grip that material and cut through easily. It does have the flat grind here, so you could do some piercing to open boxes or get into material. So let's do a couple of some quick specs. 4.5 inches closed, 8 inches overall, 3.46 inch blade with a 2.8 inch cutting edge. The numbers make it sound a little small, but it's really not. We did talk about the behind the edge, the blade steel weighs in at 5.3 ounces, just a hair over a D-cell battery, but works excellent excellent in the pocket. I can't say anything bad about this other than I've got to send it back to Joseph at some point. This is one that I would just carry. Like, it's super comfortable. It would really get some work done, and I like it. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons here with the Sharpie, the Spyderco, the Kubi KB237. We actually had Ian on the EDC hour with me and Alex. I'll put a link to that down below or up in the corner. If you have not checked out the EDC hour, you're missing out. It's a good time. It's every other Sunday. It's actually happening today at the time of filming, July 23rd. But it's every other Sunday. We oftentimes have a guest, and we just talk about random stuff for about an hour-ish. This is the VC Edge interface. We've also had Jason on as a guest. Today we're going to be talking about watches, or yesterday at the time you're seeing this, whatever. Watches, because that's a big part of the EDC community as well. And we're going to have Bobby Legs on there. Ian is also big into watches, and he just recently got a two-tone Omega Seamaster with black and gold. It's a beautiful watch. Great job. I've looked at that and tried that one on myself in the past. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think about this beautiful CMF Daedelus Slim prototype. I don't even think I mentioned the name. It's probably going to be in the title. But yeah, this is the Daedalus Slim prototype from back in 2018. Thanks a lot, everyone.